inclusive of the cross contracts. So cross contracts are a combination of special ed services where we're not able to place a student in our programs, and so districts send them to mostly Orange Ulster BOCES. So out of the $12 million, just for your own reference point, just over $5 million is special ed cross contracts of students going out of the county. The rest of them, I mean, can be anything from, those of you who are familiar with our school districts know that like interscholastic athletics come from, the referees come from Orange Ulster BOCES, and then like the Orange County districts by Arts and Ed. So there's a lot of back and forth and a lot of technology. And so some of this even includes us. So like, you know, we buy the policy service from Erie One BOCES. We used to buy labor relations. Some districts still do that. We all buy internet through the RIC. And if you are familiar with school districts, you know that School Tool, the food service management software, all that stuff comes from the RIC and in the instructional technologies COSERs. So that's kind of like a summary of the big ticket items, but just so that you know, that's the great majority of them. Some BOCES include those in their initial budget. We do not, because we don't know until a district completes a cross contract that they're actually going to buy that and at what service level, because those go up and down. You know, 1 year you replace it for voice over IP phone system. The next year, obviously, you don't. You might buy a large number of laptops through a Learning Tech COSER this year, and then obviously for the next 5 years, you don't have to make that purchase. So, you know, the service levels do increase and decrease. So that's like my quick summary. And I said something to Bob, I would love to do a little mini budget workshop again for you sometime in the next couple of months, because even amidst all of our COVID things and what we're trying to get through now, you know, we will be in the budget process sooner rather than later, and it will be a more challenging one. So you all having an understanding of where we start and how we work with our districts is always a good thing.
Excellent idea.
Good for you.
Carol Bleefernick.
I just want to know if you're seeing a lot more traffic, a lot more activity in this section, you know, where everything comes and goes in and out like that. Are you seeing a lot more traffic this year because of COVID than normal, or less?
Well,
or
everything that we're talking about now is the summary of last year. So we always do this at the end of the year, because otherwise we would go up, down, plus minus throughout the year. And it really is not an efficient way for us to manage all of that. So we always do a summary adjustment at the end of the year to finalize all those transactions.
So this is only till the summer, August.
This is only until June 30th of 2020. So
okay.
We're just starting. Yep. This year, and I will defer to Bob, but I think it's a little bit too soon to tell. I think we need another week or two to really see where things are going to settle.
Yeah, there is a lot going on we're going to need to pay very close attention to. The first state aid payments that went to school districts, 20% of those funds were held back, not withheld, held back. And Ken had sent me an email about this earlier, but what it boils down to is everyone's holding their breath, waiting to see what the federal government will or will not do. And over the weekend, I shared it with Linda earlier today, Pine Bush announced they're laying off 200 people because of the reduction in state aid. So we are not sure yet what the impact of all of this is going to be on Sullivan BOCES. We had a preliminary discussion today. We're going to have a more in-depth discussion at the end of next week, beginning of the following week. We had our first day back with kids yesterday, and we're still feeling our way around that process. But preliminarily, it looks like our enrollments are down in a number of our programs, and we will have to sit down and make a determination as to what ramifications that's going to have on our BOCES budgetarily.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Susan.
Thank you.
We need to vote on this now. All those in favor, please raise your hand. Okay, again, unanimous. Thank you all. Moving on to personnel matters. That's also an action item. Can I just throw something in here? Jean, you are kind enough to send me this link every month. so that on half my screen, I have the agenda. Perhaps you want to send, would it be helpful if everybody had that on their computer?
I am looking at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody gets it.
Oh, good. Okay. Because then it's there. You know, that's wonderful. Thank you, Jean. Okay. Personnel matters. First, I need a motion. Thank you, Linda. Second by Ken. Thank you. Any questions? Any
I just have one.
Linda?
What is the security operations position now? It looks like it's,
That is not a new person. He's been with us multiple years, but he is retired from New York State. And we applied for what's called a 211 waiver to allow him to work for us. And in the process of the waiver this year, they required us to put an annual appointment in. So he's actively employed. This is just
okay,
Yeah,
to apply.
he's our CTE teacher, public
Okay.
safety teacher.
thank you.
Welcome.
Oh,
And he's the one that just won Teacher of the Year too.
nice.
Nice, very nice.
That is really lovely. Any other questions? Anything? Okay, we're going to vote on this. We're going to vote on, besides the first sheet, we're also voting on the second part and the third part. So I know, oops.
There's a third one?
Well, there are two at the bottom. There's September 15th addendum, there's September 15th personnel, and then there's September 15th addendum. And I'm not sure exactly how that works because I thought this was the September 15th one. So we're voting on them as one complete thing.
Two,
Oh, There's only two. I might have added the addendum twice.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
so
Okay.
the one that says September 15th is the same one that we have. That's what you added, Jean. Gotcha. No problem. Okay, we are in business. Let's have a vote then. All those in favor, please raise your hand. Everybody, thank you very much. Going back now, I think I lost this. Oh, here I am, back. Okay. Moving on to approval of tenure appointment of Tammy Ludwig Miller. And this is an action item. We have a tenure appointment with a recommendation from, oh, I can't do it that way. It's too hard. So we have this first tenure appointment. Would someone like to speak about this? Oh, I need a motion. I'm sorry.
Need a motion.
Linda and Ken, thank you. Would someone like to speak about this person?
Tasha, you want to say a few words about Tammy?
A word or two would be lovely.
Sure. She is absolutely fantastic. She's our vision teacher. She's works in multiple districts and has been a team player all along. She's a pleasure to work with. Completes reports on time, does everything to perfection, and we've had good reviews from our component districts about her.
Okay.
Good.
Thank you very much. All those in favor, please raise your hand. Lovely. Wish the person could be here as we've done in the past, but doesn't happen this year. Unanimous, Jean. Now another tenure appointment may I have for Robert Adams. May I have as a teaching assistant, may I have can someone please, thank you, Carol. Thank you, Linda. I'm losing it here. Okay. Any comments anybody wants to make? One of you like something?
Which Carol was it?
Oh, Carol Park. Sorry.
Natasha, do you want to say something about Robert?
Sure. He's one of our TAs in our CTE program, and I don't think he's missed a day of work ever. Always on time, a team player, just a pleasure to have. So all around great guy. I had the pleasure of having him demonstrate at our CTEC fair last fall, when the new students were coming in, and just able to communicate to students and staff. So great team player.
Thank you very much, Natasha. Okay. Can I have a vote, please? All those in favor, please raise your hand. Anyone abstaining or against? No, we're all there. Fine. Tenure appointment of Todd, I'm going to butcher this name, Todd Kotkin. Kotkin, is that correct? He's a social studies teacher. Natasha, I guess you're on again. Oh, wait a minute. I need a motion. I'm sorry.
Need a motion.
Okay, motion. Sue and Carol Park. Okay. This screen moves around. It's so funny. Oh, that's because Bob. No, Bob's still here. Somebody must have stepped out.
Yeah, somebody dropped off. I can't figure out who.
I don't know who dropped off, but somebody did. That's why it all changes every time, and it was very strange. We have 1, 2, 3. Carol Bleefernick's not here. That's who dropped off. Carol Bleefernick.
Yeah.
She was right there. That was her spot. Okay. Now you're on, Natasha. Now that you got
You're
it.
giving me easy teachers tonight. They are fantastic, all of them. Todd's been working, one of the things when I first came on, he and our English teacher were working on, in our alt ed program, working on curriculum, trying to do collaborative teaching. So that was kind of, right away, his excitement about teaching just spoke to me. And just a team player, again, he's been working in collaboration with other teachers, gets well along with other staff, and is a team player. So I highly recommend the candidates put forward to you today. Overall, they were easy.
You got one more yet. We've got one more to go.
Oh.
So far, so good. Jamie Ahern. Okay, all those in favor of Todd Kotkin's social studies teachers receiving tenure, please raise your hand. Okay, it's unanimous with a different number because Carol's not here. Jean? Jean? Okay, well, I'm going to assume Jean has that.
I got it. Yeah,
Good.
I got it. I was doing that while you were talking. Sorry.
No problem. Jamie Ahern's general special ed tenures. Motion. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Kathy. Trying to share the wealth here. You're on, Natasha. This is your last one.
So once again, before teachers are tenured during the course of their last year, I'm able to pop in and do just an observation, sitting in their class. And she's been one of the teachers that has taken on our Readers and Writers Workshop new initiative this year, has been working with other teachers. She's although new, she's been one of our leads in moving forward in curriculum writing for our special ed program. So again, highly recommend. She's a leader in her division. So
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I noticed that Maria is either listening to really good music or nodding in agreement. Worked with Jamie. Do you want to say anything in addition, Maria?
Well, yeah, actually, Jamie is just one of those people who, if you want to try something new, she's the first one to sign up. She's great with technology. She's willing to try anything as long as it benefits the kids. And she's a really great colleague. So
Wonderful. Thank you both for that. Thank you very much. Let's have a vote. All those in favor, Jamie Ahern's tenure. Okay, again, it is unanimous with the board members present. Moving right along. I hope Maria and Natasha, you will share with these people who just received tenure that I think the board is sad that they weren't able to be here. And, it's always nice for us, like congratulate them and see them. And it's kind of like last year's seniors right now, So that's how it goes. Okay, this is an action discussion item. Oh no, yes. Approval of district superintendent amendment to agreement. Okay, are you all aware of this? We should be. Oh God, why does it keep opening? Why do I need to open it someplace else? Oh, because it's a document. So I need a motion. Does everybody know what this is about? Okay, good. Need a motion. Sue, thank you. Tony, thank you. Okay, any discussion? Then let's take a vote. All those in favor, raise your hand. Anybody against? Okay, thank you very much. It passed unanimously. Thank you,
Carol
Bob.
Bleefernick is still out.
Yes, she's still
Okay.
out. She hasn't been
Thank
in
you.
for any of this. Okay. Now we go to the NYSBA convention. So this is the NYSBA convention, and I'm assuming it too is a Zoom convention.
It
The
is.
whole
Correct.
convention is virtual this year.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what someone just said.
The whole convention is virtual.
It is. The whole convention is virtual. I just attended a virtual workshop that they had on, God, I don't even remember, on evaluation. And it was really quite good. I really, it was only an hour and there are a lot of them coming out. So if anybody's interested in them, you should it's a deeper dive into board policy. That's the one that I attended. So it was just interesting, an hour of your time if you've got it. Many of us do, some of us don't. We know some of us are still working. But this is the, why do we have to have an action? Why is this an action item?
Jane, is there any action the board needs to take on
It
this?
isn't, no, it's an action and or discussion. This is just a discussion item.
Okay, so I get confused easy. This is just an informational item.
Yeah, just to discuss, because the last time we had met, you guys wanted to discuss whether you were going to attend or not to pay the fees. So I put the fees up so you could see what they were. And all of whatever educational offerings are put there. So if you're interested and you want to attend, let me know and I'll sign you up.
The only
yeah.
fee I see is for the pre-convention communication workshop. Oh, and then these are $130 fee for the law seminar. And
Correct.
The rest of it has no fee?
No, it does. And that did not come up.
No,
That-
it did not.
No, sorry. I will get the cost for you.
Why don't you
From-
just email it to us and
I
Carol
will.
Park, I'm sorry, Carol. you
I
were-
have another virtual conference during that same period of time, so I am not interested.
Okay.
Sorry.
And I am a voting delegate, so I'm scheduled for the 31st morning, but there should be no fee for that, right?
No,
There's
I
no
don't
fee
think-
and I have registered you.
Thank you.
Okay, so I think we probably have a deadline, so I would suggest that you read through this. You can get more information, I'm sure, off NYSBA's website as to the content of it. And let's try and let Jean know in the next week. Is that fine, Jean?
Yes, that's perfect.
Okay.
Jane, can
So-
you send the board a link to the agenda with all of the fees so they can take a quick look at that, please?
Yes, I will.
I mean, we get a ton of email on this.
Yes.
Every day, there's another email about one of these is out there, but this way it'll be good for everybody.
You should also have a booklet you should have in your email, the resolutions that are up. And I've looked briefly at them, but if everybody wants to take a peek at them and then we can make a decision. I think we have a meeting before that.
We do in October.
So maybe we could, between now and the next meeting, we could look at the resolutions. And if you have any comments or anything that you don't want to vote on, let me know and how we should handle it.
Okay, if not, Sue, would you want us to put it on the agenda for the next meeting?
We could, yes, for a discussion on the resolutions, but
Okay, that's customarily what we've been doing. And
Yes, and it's already included in the agenda for next month.
Excellent,
And
excellent.
the copy of the resolution packet, I believe, is on the NYSBA website. Maybe
It
we
is.
can pull that down and send it to everybody.
I can send that as well, yes.
Maybe,
Great.
maybe before the meeting, maybe in the next week or so, so we have a little time to, I don't think, I looked at it briefly and there's not as many as there usually is. So maybe just because of everything going on, they've cut it back.
You could be right, absolutely.
Timing.
Anything else? Anybody have any comments they want to make? I'm not going to go around and hit everybody individually. but if you've got something that you'd like to have said. Oh, Carol,
Well,
you're back.
Those of you who know me well know that I am what my wife calls a cheap son of a bitch. And consequently, when it comes to attending these kind of conferences, and they cost $1,500 or $2,000 and hotels and that, I usually don't sign up. But recognizing how cheap it is this year, I'm first in line.
All right,
I'm
Ken.
attending.
Good job, Ken.
Good man.
Wonderful.
So, Sue, if you need any help, Ken's gonna definitely be there every time.
Well, he
Every
always does a
time.
good job at reviewing the resolutions, so.
I know.
Yep.
That's true.
I'll do that again.
All right. Well, if nobody else has a comment, I would need Kathy to make a motion.
Well,
Wait a minute.
does Bob have anything to say to us?
Don't we have Bob's report?
The
No.
district superintendent's
Oh, yeah.
report.
Bob, I almost skipped over your report.
That's okay.
There was nothing written in it. It doesn't have a number. It doesn't say 9.1.
So we had our opening day yesterday for students, and we had well over 150 students attend. I would say probably 85% of the students we were expecting back in cohort A showed up. Temperature checking went well. Staff was great. I don't think I saw a single kid, maybe one, who wasn't happy to come back. One had that look in his face that they all do on day one. But everybody else was very happy just to be back
Good.
with their teachers in their classroom. There was some teachers who were wanting to hug but can't, and they know that. But, knock on wood, and I'd have to run over to my desk because it's the only wooden thing in this entire building, I think. Things have gone well the first 2 days. The staff has been marvelous, and everything's, step by step clicking. Tomorrow is a remote day, and then we go to cohort B on Thursday and Friday. We are still working with a couple of the districts to work out the kinks. Liberty has not sent their CTE kids yet because there was a transportation issue. Tri-Valley decided to direct ship. So we're working through all of those things, but it's the first week, and everything we anticipated, it's happening. We have probably about 40%, 45% of the kids on campus. We were set up the cohorts by 50% because we've got about 70 that have opted out for remote instruction. But we're already starting to get calls from kids and families that wanted remote instruction requesting to come back. So we're prepared for that. We're taking it step by step. We have a procedure in place. We're working very closely with public health. All of the superintendents have been in constant communication. I probably have spoke to them more in the past 6 weeks as I've done in the past 6 months. But, you gotta crawl before you can walk, and I think we're off to a good start. And I just want to thank everyone in senior management, Susan, Jen, Natasha, Maria, Keith, because they really led the effort to get this plan together over the summer. I want to thank my #1 informant, Chief Williams, for serving as my independent verification for all things data-wise. I get it from different sources, and then when Sydney confirms it, I believe it. So it's not true until Sydney says it's true. But I just want to I want to thank everyone. I want to thank the board for their support, for allowing us to do what we need to do. And we need to be here for the kids. And this is what we said to the teachers, and this is what we said to the teaching assistants and all of our staff. It's not about us, it's about those kids. And similarly, our office and conference center went back to 100% staffing yesterday as well. So everybody's back, and we're dealing with the glitches, but I'm optimistic.
Excellent. Bob, did I read something recently that Fallsburg has put off, is just doing remote learning right now?
Yeah, you read that in the Times Herald Record. They are going to be the last district in the region to reopen in any fashion other than remote. They are remote for the entire first quarter. They don't anticipate bringing students back until the beginning of the second quarter, which would be first week of December.
And everybody else is back?
Everybody else is back in some fashion. Monticello started yesterday, and that was their start date no matter what, because of the construction that they have going on. But
Yeah.
everybody is back in some fashion, yes. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. Eldred comes back on the 28th. They're still remote until September 28th.
And is anybody back completely not with no remote?
No. Roscoe was talking about it, but everybody is back in some type of hybrid modality.
Okay, thank you. I need a motion to adjourn. Thank you, Kathy. Do I have a second? Thank you, Carol. All those in favor, raise your hands. Great, thank you very much. Thank you, Susan, thank you, Jen, thank you, Keith, who am I missing? Natasha, Maria, and of course, Jean. Did I get Jen?
Also,
And Bob.
thank the board. Thank you for item number 8. It's appreciated.
Okay. That's it, guys. See ya.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.